Namaste and welcome to Flow and Restore Yoga with guided meditation in the end. For this practice, we'll begin with Vinyasa flow, move into yin and restorative postures, and then sit a little bit longer than our usual 5 minutes meditation, specifically today on this new moon. And as we're beginning the winter season, the first few days of it, those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going to be practicing a particular meditation for helping to invite in what you are calling forth, or the intentions that you are setting for the new moon or lunar cycle, as well as this new season. So grab some props, 2 blocks, a strap, a blanket, a pillow, and any additional props that you might use for your comfort and stability. And let's begin in a comfortable seat. If you are bringing your legs in front of you, and you could also be choosing to sit on a chair if that's more comfortable for you. But if you are sitting towards the ground with your legs in front, make sure that your hips are elevated higher than your knees, where your knees can fall easily. And then take a moment to situate your body so that you can evenly root down through your left and right sitting bones. Feel a balanced sense of grounding. And then invite the spine to lift up. Gently draw your lower belly inward towards your spine. Lift up through the back of your skull so that your chin parallels the floor. And then rest your hands wherever it helps you to bring more attention to your physical body. Maybe hands on the lap, or left hand to the heart center and the right hand to the lower belly. Maybe close the eyes. Sitting here for a moment, begin to notice your feet. Any sensations around your legs. And just like that, each part by part, scan the rest of your body. Simply observing what's present and feels alive in your body right now. Then bring your awareness to your breath and just let it be as it is. Sensing anything you can feel about the qualities of your breath. Through this, observe your energy. Then bring your awareness to your mind and allow a few moments to observe its activity, including the kinds of thoughts passing through it. Notice any emotion that might be present for you. Thus, tuning into your mental and emotional state. So you've already begun the practice of yoga, which is union between your consciousness, your mind, your body, and breath. Let's begin to stoke the energy of your heart, which is so powerful in creating. What is one thing you can genuinely offer gratitude for at this moment? Inviting the energy of appreciation into your being. With that, begin to clarify something you'd like to focus on creating through this practice. Setting your intention. As I mentioned, today is the new moon in December 2022, which is an opportune time to set your intentions for the next few weeks at least. And we're also at the start of winter. So maybe there's a theme or something more specific in any aspects in your life that you would like to improve upon, to welcome, to change, to let go of. And let your breath deepen. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your lips. A little bit slower in through the nose, observing where you feel your breath move and expand. Take your time to really empty your breath, helping to release any stagnant air from your lungs. Maybe even hold on empty for a few seconds. Then try inhaling and holding at the top of your inhalation for a few seconds. And one last time, after emptying the breath, hold for a few seconds. Then let go of controlling the breath again, and maybe call to mind someone you'd like to dedicate today's practice to, in an effort to remember that we are all in this together, this life journey. As a way of creating resonance as we're sharing our practice, let's join our voices to chant Om 3 times. So inhale deeply. Bowing in, acknowledge your inner guidance and your body's wisdom. And listen to that as you're choosing the variations of movements, postures, moving through this practice, taking your time to honor your body, to slow down and rest anytime you may need to. With that, let's begin to regulate your mind and body to a state of balance using Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breath. Closing your lips, softly narrow or constrict the back of your throat, inviting a very smooth and subtle whispering sound as you sustain your breath evenly in and out through your nose. As you listen for that very soft, subtle sound, it connects your consciousness to your breath, body, and mind, promoting that state of union, which is yoga. So keep using that breath as an anchor, and let's make our way down to our backs. As you're lying down on your back, draw your bent knees towards your chest and begin to circle your thighs in opposite directions at your hip sockets. Splaying the thighs apart in abduction and bringing the thighs towards your midline in adduction. And then change it up a few more cycles of breath, going slowly as you pace your body with your breathing. Slide your left leg to the floor, bend your right knee into your chest. Lift your head and shoulders and press your belly towards your spine. Point your toes and start to hover left heel a couple inches off the floor. Then lift the right knee to stack right above the right hip and extend your arms to the right side of your right thigh, interlacing the fingers except your index, or supporting your neck by placing the right hand behind your skull. Spiraling your torso as you reach your left arm towards the upper right corner of your room, or the front right corner. Another 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Keep spinning the rib cage and reaching your sternum forward towards that front right corner, drawing your navel towards your spine. 2 more breaths. Relax everything onto the ground. Raise your arms overhead and circle out your hands and feet. Slow down your breathing all through the nose. Bend your left knee into your chest and lift your head and shoulders. Contract your abdomen. Point your toes and lift the right heel to hover a couple inches off the floor. As you stack the left knee right above your left hip, extend both arms to the left side of your left thigh, either interlacing your fingers except the index, or supporting your neck by placing the left hand behind your skull. Spiral your torso. We're here for 5 more deep breaths. Draw your navel in towards your spine and reach your sternum towards the front left corner of your room. Listen to the qualities of your breath. Find that same, as much as you can, calm, smooth breathing as we started with last 2 breaths. So let these moments that might feel a little fiery or challenging, in which you're really trying to practice centeredness, be a practice for daily life in moments of stress. Come back down, raise your arms overhead, circle out your feet, circle out your wrists. So whether something feels easy in your body or challenging, you can tune into that inner being, that deep inner nature within you that is always a calm, peaceful source through the bridge of your breath. So bend your knees into your chest, rock a little side to side, and now stack your bent knees directly above the hips. Parallel your shins to the floor like a tabletop with your legs hips width apart. This time flex your feet and imagine in the shape in your body you're sitting in a chair. Rest your palms face down on your lap and start to activate your lower belly below your belly button by pushing your palms against your thighs as your thighs resist against your palms, so that you feel even more contraction in the deep lower belly muscle called your transverse abdominis, which in turn helps to lengthen your tailbone further forward towards the front edge of your mat. Keep relaxing your shoulders. And now let's begin breath of fire if you're not pregnant. Otherwise, just deep breaths. Breath of fire, lips are closed, pulsing the exhales into the belly so the belly bounces towards the spine. Focus on active exhales like this. I'm gonna watch the clock for another 15 seconds. Keep pressing your thighs away and resisting with your thighs so you feel those active counter forces at work. Exhale, 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 all through the nose. 5 more seconds. Stay here, take a deep breath in, keep pressing the thighs. Hold the breath in, lift your pelvic floor, draw the navel towards your spine and up towards your chest. Chin towards the throat slightly, lengthen the back of your neck. And when you can't comfortably hold the breath anymore, relax your feet on the floor. Pause, just be still, breathe naturally for a moment. Notice your energy. Please draw your bent knees again towards your chest, and this time rock and roll forward and back a few times. Maybe lifting the legs overhead like plow and setting the feet on the ground like a squat, until eventually you arrive on hands and knees, preparing to move through cat-cow. So when on hands and knees, spread your fingers wide and point your index fingers either straight forward or slightly turn them out. Stack your shoulders above your wrists, but step your knees a couple inches behind your hips. As you inhale, glide your chest through your upper arms and coil it up into cow pose. As you exhale, contract your abdomen, slowly rounding your back into cat pose. Keep going about 4 or 5 more cycles of breath on your own. Cat-cow pose, or in Sanskrit, it's called Vidalasana. At the end of your next exhalation, tucking your toes, lift your hips into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. When you're ready to be still and steady your gaze on one spot. See that your feet are hips width apart and parallel to each other. With your palms flat on the floor, rotate your outer upper arms or triceps towards the ground and root the base of your thumb and index fingers more firmly into the floor. Lift the shoulder blades onto your back ribs and completely relax your neck. As you hug your front ribs inward towards your back, firm the fronts of your thigh bones further back. Let your heels sink deeper towards the ground. Tune into 2 more slow Ujjayi breaths here. On empty, walk or float to the front of your mats. Standing forward fold. Press your fingertips on your legs, blocks to the floor, and inhale, lengthen your spine forward, drawing the shoulders back. Again, activate your belly as if this were plank. Exhale, fold from your hips. From down to your feet, inhale, sweep your arms forward. As you rise to stand, gently coil your chest up. Bring your palms in prayer from your crown center to your heart center, reminding yourself of your intention for this practice. Exhaling completely, let's begin a few series of sun salutations. The second series. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and coil your chest up. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Press your fingertips on the floor, blocks, or your shins. Inhale, lengthen forward to Ardha Uttanasana. Step into your version of plank pose and firm in the belly. As you exhale to glide forward, bend your elbows to hug your side ribs halfway down, pause. Keep lifting the belly, lengthening your neck. Chaturanga Dandasana. On your next inhale, lower and coil the chest up to Cobra. Exhale, lift your hips into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Let your body be still. Tune into the sound of your breathing. When you finish the third exhalation, on emptied breath, walk or float to the front of your mat. Once there, press with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, coil your chest up. Exhale your palms in prayer to your heart. Twice more, inhale, sweep your arms overhead in Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow. Press with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen forward. Step into plank. Gauge your abdomen, creating a flat back as you exhale forward. Raise your elbows to your ribs. Pause here. You can lower the knees if needed. Stay for an inhale. Spread the shoulder blades apart. This time, on the next inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. So do you remember that feeling of activating your transverse abdominis when we're lying on our backs, pressing our thighs? Find that feeling when you're lowering through your vinyasa. And we're gonna pause again in Chaturanga on this last round to really activate that lower belly muscle. End the exhale. On empty, walk or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. Exhale to heart center. One more time. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Step into plank. Activate the lower belly. Draw your chest forward. Firm the heels back. Exhaling forward, pause halfway down. Hug the elbows to your ribs. Remember, you can lower the knees. Pause for an inhale. Lifting the belly as you exhale. And flip the toes and inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Steadying the gaze, steadying your breath rhythm, and inviting stillness in your body. After the third, walk or lightly jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to your heart center. Please bring your feet together so they touch. Bend your knees into chair pose. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. So gliding your shin bones back from where you are, make sure you can see your toes. Then lift your chest and draw the shoulders down. Hug your front ribs inward towards the back and drop the tailbone maybe a little lower behind you. As if you're gliding your glutes down a wall, begin to lower your pelvis to the floor. Catch the backs of your knees and kick your feet forward into boat pose. Point or flex your feet and lift your pelvic floor. Imagine you could zipper your navel in towards the spine, up towards your heart as you sit taller and relax the shoulders. You might opt to extend the arms forward or straighten the legs. Let's listen to 3 more breaths, really slow. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, listen carefully. Exhale, lower halfway down into half boat, Ardha Navasana. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Take another breath in. Contract the lower belly and exhale, lift up to boat. Inhale. Staying here. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Lift the spine, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, 2. Smooth, even breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Last cycle. Inhale. Exhale, lower to half boat. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Take another breath. Lower all the way to the floor. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. And then please grab your block actually. Make sure this is strapped nearby as you're lying down. As you separate your feet hips width apart, parallel to each other, we're going to take 1 active bridge pose before we enter our yin and restorative part of the practice. So take your skinny width of your block and hug it firmly between your knees and your thighs. Bring your arms down by your sides. Now, instead of placing your heels where you could almost touch them with your fingertips, walk your heels further forward, maybe an extra 3 to 4 inches forward. This will help us activate our glutes and hamstrings more strongly as we enter bridge. And we're also going to enter bridge in a way that helps to stretch the lower back. So listen carefully. Ground the backs of your shoulders, tilt your chin slightly away from your chest to open your throat. Focus on your breathing. Feel the 4 corners of each foot rooting firmly into the ground. So much that you imagine you're actually dragging the heels towards your glutes without any visible movement. Keeping that, keep your pelvis entirely on the floor and begin to tilt your tailbone. Well, you're gonna have to lift just a little bit, but the pelvis stays on the ground. Tilt your tailbone to point up at the block. Feel how that contracts your lower belly muscle that we've been talking about. Keep tilting the tailbone while the pelvis stays on the floor. Now, with that strength in your glutes being contracted, start to lift your pelvis, breathe. And as you're lifting your pelvis, stretch the front of your thighs towards your front wall and squeeze the block. Spin your inner thighs slightly towards the floor. Keep your feet still, but isometrically drag them towards your glutes. Deep breaths. Then walk your upper arms closer together under your back ribs, keeping your arms straight. Only if your hands can touch here. Then interlace the fingers. Press down to the outsides of your upper arms. Keep tilting the chin back and spread the chest wide with a breath. Give yourself another 3 to 5 breaths in bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. And when you decide to lower, use a slow exhalation and imagine that you're kissing the ground one vertebra at a time so that your tailbone lands last. Notice how much strength and control it requires to really slow down, lowering your spine. This will probably be several breaths, not just one exhalation. And when you eventually lower your pelvis to the floor at your own pace, then take that block from between your thighs and either place it on the lowest, middle, or highest, rare that it'll be on the highest, height across your mat, right underneath your sacrum, which is the flat part of your lower back. Supported bridge. Keep your feet parallel, hips distance apart, arms really close to your side ribs with the palms face up so that you can rotate your shoulders back and root them into the floor. Now focus on deepening your breaths. This posture helps to stretch the lungs more, fully receiving the breath. Notice where you feel expansion as you breathe in. See if you can direct your lungs to expand into all 4 walls of your rib cage. Front, back, left, and right. Keep focusing on that, stretching the muscles between the ribs, called your intercostal muscles. As we rest here for at least another minute, relax the face, soften the muscles around your eyes, soften your tongue and jaw, and continue to stretch your lungs with deep breaths. Last 3 breaths here. Now Now stay on the block, though you might change the height to a lower height if needed. And lift your one leg up, then the other, coming into a supported Viparita Karani. This restorative posture stimulates circulation, digestion, helps to restore, reset the nervous system. And if comfortable, rest your palms face down on your belly. And now let's direct the breaths into your abdomen, further promoting digestion and the relaxation response of your nervous system. So we'll inhale deeply into the belly. Just let it gently expand and rise. Exhale through the nose and let the belly soften and sink down towards your spine. Take your time inhaling into your belly. Exhaling slowly through the nose, sink the belly gently towards your spine. Continue with that on your own. And if you're hearing the music playing in the background, that is our Oma Satoma mantra that we practiced several months ago, which is a peace mantra that invites clarity, truth, alignment to truth, and clear perception. And it's an invocation to remember who you are, your true nature of infinite consciousness. Continue to breathe into your stomach, into your abdomen. We're here for about one more full minute. If it's more comfortable to bend your knees, choose what's more comfortable for you. Gently bend one knee, set the foot lightly on the ground, and then the other. Pause here for at least a breath. Transitioning mindfully, slowly. When you're ready, remove the block and gently lower your spine and pelvis. Draw your bent knees again towards your chest and softly rock side to massage your lower back. Breathing in slowly and out slowly through your nose. Back to Ujjayi Pranayama. Step your left foot on the ground and take the strap to step the ball of your right foot into, whether it's the loop or the center of the strap. Extend your right leg to the sky and hold the strap in your left hand. Slide your left leg onto the floor in front of you and open your right arm wide to the right, preparing for a spinal twist. Slide your pelvis about 3 to 5 inches towards the right edge of your mat. Looking past your right shoulder, keep your right shoulder on the ground and sickle your right foot, which means from the ankle, turn the sole of the foot to face your left wall. 1/3 of your range, begin to twist to your left side, breathing consciously. Pause at that third and direct your right outer hip to gently tilt towards the front edge of your mat, creating a little more release for your lower back. Continue to the second third of your twist. Pause again. Keep rolling your right outer hip forward and away from your waist. And then continue on. Tuning into your breath. We'll be here for about another minute on this side of your spinal twist. Finish one more cycle of breath. Then gently unravel onto your back and remove the strap. We'll go right into the second side. Slide the right leg forward. Bend the left knee towards your chest. Step the ball of your left foot into the strap and raise your left leg. Hold the strap in your right hand. Starting with your hips centered on your mat, scoot your pelvis another 3 to 5 inches towards the left edge. Slide your left arm to the left. As you keep that shoulder grounded, gaze past it. Sickle your left foot. From the ankle, turn the sole of your left foot to face the right wall. Just 1/3 of your range of motion. Begin to twist to your right side. Calm, deep breathing. Pause there and roll your left outer hip forward towards the front edge of your mat. Then continue to the second third of your range. Same thing, pause and tilt the left outer hip forward. Keep going. We'll be here for about another minute. So keep regulating your mind and your body through Ujjayi breathing. After this exhalation, gently roll onto your back and remove the strap. Drop your bent knees apart, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. If you find that your thighs are lifting uncomfortably away from the floor, take each of your 2 blocks and place one under each outer knee or outer thigh. Remember, you can adjust the height of your blocks so that you can fill that gap between your thighs and the floor as comfortably as you can. As the soles of your feet come together, you might take your blanket and keep it folded so that it feels the heaviest, and place it right onto your lower belly and upper pelvis. Maybe resting your left hand on your heart center and your right hand on your lower belly. Scoot the shoulder blades, stand your back ribs, gently turn your head, and find a more neutral and relaxed position in your neck as you relax your shoulders. As we lie here, I'd like to guide you to another breathing technique, one that helps us to release any stagnant air from the lungs, as well as calm the nervous system and self-regulate to a place of feeling grounded. This breathing technique is 4-7-8, which means we'll inhale through the nose for 4 counts. We'll hold the breath in for 7 counts. We'll exhale through pursed lips for 8 counts, focusing on completely emptying any last bit of air from your lungs before receiving the next cycle of breath. So let's practice this breathing technique 3 cycles together here. Then continue for 2 cycles on your own. To prepare, exhale this breath completely. Hold it out through your nose. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through pursed lips, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty. Next round, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Third round, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue 2 more cycles on your own. 4, 7, 8. Take your time to finish slowly at your own pace. And when you do, relax into natural breathing. Observe your experience, how you feel. As you continue to let your body breathe on its own, we'll now transition to rest and stillness for about 5 minutes in corpse pose or shavasana. Feel free to stay exactly as you are, or if it's more comfortable, stretch your legs out, splay your feet apart, turn the palms up beside your thighs. Make sure that your body feels comfortable and you can truly relax. Now continue to rest here for about another minute as you keep your eyes closed and your breath flowing naturally. Become more aware of your body again. Sense how your body's feeling. Slowly and gently begin to wake your body up. Maybe wiggling your fingers, slowly turning your head, wiggling your toes, easing into simple stretches. You might keep your eyes closed as you slowly begin to turn over onto your right side where you can rest your head. There, witness the flow of your breath just as it is. Tuning into your energy. Has anything shifted about it? Gently lift your body up. Find a comfortable way to sit where you can feel grounded, alert, and at ease during our 10 minutes of guided meditation. Remember, you might like to sit on one of your pillows or folded blankets so that your pelvis is higher than your knees if you're sitting in some fashion of legs crossed. Place your hands in any mudra that promotes a feeling of empowerment, dignity, and calm. One mudra is to stack the palms face up on the lap with the thumb tips touching. This cultivates a feeling of inner balance. A grounding mudra is to bring your thumb and first fingers to touch, placing your palms face down on your lap. Close your eyes or steady a soft gaze ahead. And rest your awareness on the very subtle feeling of your natural breath, wherever in your body you can most easily detect the breath. At any time during this meditation that you may find your attention wandering, gently re-guide your awareness back to the meditation by re-sensing the breath. This is a guided meditation of cultivating your intentions on this new lunar cycle and winter season. Visualizing to actualize. Allow a moment to reflect upon the seasons past, fall, or the last few weeks from the full moon. What has brought you most joy? What experiences do you appreciate having? Dwell a moment in the energy of gratitude as you count your blessings. Literally visualizing as though you're watching a movie of the highlights of your life in the past few months or weeks. And now imagine yourself as the artist, and maybe you actually are by profession, and your life is an open canvas. The energy of gratitude has just added more colors to your palette to create from. What do you want to create next? I invite you to ask your own heart and inner being, what do I welcome into my life experience now? What do I welcome into my life experience now? And really lean into those moments of excitement, eagerness, playful curiosity. What thrills you to think about creating? Let all your senses immerse in that experience now. Don't worry about how that will happen. Just focus on what you are welcoming in. I love what Albert Einstein said, that creativity is intelligence having fun. Are you having fun yet? Make sure you are. What brings you to that feeling of elation just to think about experiencing? You create with your thoughts, so let's do it intentionally. Keep going. as you begin to release the energy of your creation out into the world, notice any sensations you are now experiencing in your body. Can you name any emotions present? Take a snapshot of how this moment feels to be immersed in your creativity. And as often as you can in the next few days and weeks throughout the season of winter, I invite you to pause for moments to reattune to this feeling state and reimagine with joy what you're now creating. Gently begin to deepen the breath again through your nose. Let it go out through your lips. Perhaps resting your hands at your heart center, maybe in prayer. Remember whom or what you dedicated today's practice to. And notice how your creation, the intentions you were meditating on, will affect them. How will it benefit their lives too? In even the most distant way. Let's prepare to close this practice, chanting 3 ohms. Inhale deeply. Bowing in, recognize that creative life force that flows through you and all of us. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.